why do I like Ironman racing? When you start training for an Ironman, there's always things that go wrong. You might have the best training plan, the best coach, the best everything, and stuff just changes.
My triathlon career started in 2008. A good friend of mine, Mark, said he would do an Ironman. So I thought, he's doing an Ironman. So the Ironman he must be doing, because there can only be one, is Ironman Hawaii in October. And since I've never been to Hawaii, I was looking forward to, being a big guy wearing the Hawaiian shirt. And then he called me one day and he goes, I signed up for the Ironman. I'm like, yes, okay, I'm gonna go with you to Hawaii. And he goes, Hawaii? And I said, the Ironman, Hawaii? And he goes, no. The Ironman in Madison, Wisconsin. And little did I know, my very first question was, which island is that on? Madison is not on an island. My ass happened to be in Madison, Wisconsin in September, watching him do the Ironman. I then signed up for my first triathlon, which was the 54:30 sprint triathlon out at the Boulder Race. I remember it being a lot of fun. I was hooked. I came through the finish line and I was hooked. I raced sprints, I then did Olympics, and then eventually I signed up for my first half Ironman, 70.3, in Oceanside, California. I met Tim O'Donnell there, who was at the show signing autographs and merchandise. I met Mike Riley there for the first time in my life. And I do remember a lot of pieces of the race being fun, except for the hill. The Marines have a name for it. They call it the Mother Effin' Hill. And I finished a little over time, like 8:35, 8:40, something like that. And I went into the tent. I walk in there with 8:30 or 8:40 for a half Ironman. And I said, so, where do I get my Kona slot? And they were like, yeah, that doesn't work that way. And I said, well, should I wait for the roller? And they're like, no, you don't.
At Ironman Arizona 2011, I didn't quite lose the weight I wanted to lose, so I knew I was in for a rough day. But I always said, as long as I'll make the finish line, I don't care about the timing. It's about 11 o'clock, still have plenty of miles to go. And the team from Ironman approaches me in a golf cart. And they're like, you're not going to make the cutoff. We're going to take you off the course. I'm like, well, this is a public area. They come back at some point. I'm not hard to spot. I'm really big. I'm really slow. And they're like, well, we're going to take your timing, Chip. I'm like, okay, have at it. At 1:50, I met a wonderful gentleman named Dave Downey, who should move on to become one of our best friends with his wife and actually the whole crew at BCC Live. He was like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm here to finish my first Ironman. And so I said, I'm going to go around that corner and I'm going to go through whatever is left to finish the distance. I'm well aware I'm not a finisher, but I want to do the distance because it's a battle against me. And he turned around and said, everyone get out of the car. We got a finisher coming. And I finished my first 140.6 distance race. And something didn't sit right. I knew there was a better finish in my books, which happened in 2013 when I finished in 15:30 something, and became a proper finisher in the Ironman circuit. And then a good friend of mine in Boulder, Michael Stone, we sat together after the race because he wanted to hear the war story, because he's seen me throughout the whole journey. And he looked at me and he said, well, why don't you do Ironman New Zealand? And I said, Ironman New Zealand? When is that? And he goes, well, it's in March. And so that's how the first of my 7 full Ironman New Zealand started. Truth of the matter is, it's that community of seeing the people you know, chatting about what's new, and then a well-organized race day. And then the important part is just to keep trudging along, moving forward, and that finish line will come.